Sports surpasses religion. Sports surpasses race. Sports surpasses a lot of things. Gennady Golovkin has been the most successful. I think his coach in the United States held him back from being great. You have to work hard. You have to want to be the best. You don't want to be the best while you're doing it. We all want to make money, but being the best should supersede making money. Kazakh and Uzbekistan, two of the top levels as far as footwork and boxing skill go.
Mr. Roy Jones Jr., welcome
you?
to Kazakhstan. Thank
Thank
you for joining us here with Kazinform News Agency. Yes, and my first question, we are all interested. What are your plans while you're here?
Well, I got a friend named Jazz. Him and Modir got together and decided that it would be great for me to come here to do some workshops with the kids in Kazakhstan. Then it was like, maybe we should look at opening a gym in Kazakhstan. And then they got Serdik Sapiev involved, who's a great friend of mine. Mr. Nagazi came, he's a great friend of mine as well. So with knowing Serdik and Vasily Jirov and Alec Khan and Mr. Nagazi, it's just, I got so many Kazakh friends. Yeah. So I'm like, if she wants me to come and do a couple workshops with the kids or training master classes with the kids, it'd be fun for me. But boxing is big in this region, and anywhere that loves boxing, I love. Yeah. So to be able to have the opportunity to come back to Kazakhstan through Miss Modir, I was like, why not?
And as you mentioned, you visited Kazakhstan many times, and you have a strong fans base here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and how would you describe your impressions of our country and the sports culture?
My impressions of Kazakhstan is one of the best countries ever as far as sports goes. And with the boxing, we all were masters of our Olympic classes. You understand me? And that says a lot. So it's like what people fail to realize in life and in reality is that sports surpasses religion. Mm-hmm. Sports surpasses race. Sports surpasses a lot of things. Because if you're great at sports, nobody really care what you are. They just want to know your story. How did you discover your God-given truths? How did God reach you? How did you understand what God gave you? And in sports, that's all we focus on because our lives are in God's hands at all times. And we know this. Sports teaches us this. Since we know that, we don't have time to be racist. Yeah. We don't have time to be biased. We brothers. We not.
And as you know, Gennady Golovkin, Triple
Yes.
G, you're probably acquainted with him. He was recently elected as president of World Boxing. Mm-hmm. And how do you see his influence on the sport, and what makes him the right person suited for this role?
I think he's the right person because from this Eastern Bloc of boxing, he, to me, has been the most known, the most successful. Because yes, we had Lomachenko, we had Usyk, we had we had Derbychenko, we had a lot of guys from the region over here to come to the U.S. to do good things. But to me, Gennady Golovkin has been the most popular, has been the most successful. And I think, my humble opinion, I think his coach in the United States held him back from being great. Because all those years he fought with Andre Ward being one weight above him, if he had a coach who thought like we think in America, like that coach knows, then he'd allowed him to go up and challenge the pound for pound guy, because he could have, if he'd beat him, Gennady Golovkin would have became pound for pound number one. Oh, but back to the question. He's a great candidate for the job. He's one of the best people they could have picked to be the president of the world boxing. So I'm thankful, I'm glad for him, because it's a beautiful situation for him. And I think he'll do a great job at being a leader because he knows both sides.
Many young athletes in Kazakhstan look up to you as a role model for your professional, successful career, for your discipline. And what key advice would you give to those young people who want to build a strong and a successful path in professional sports?
Always look at the old fighters, the way that they chose to go to the top, and you adapt these same morals, because you have to work hard. You have to want to be the best. You don't want to be the best while you're doing it. You understand me? Yes, we all want to make money, but being the best should supersede making money. Because usually if you are the best, you're gonna make money. You understand me? So now it's different. Now guys want to make money, but they don't care about being the best. That's why the sport has fallen off. You can't have it backwards. The kids don't look up to me because of the money I made. They look up to me because I was the best. They want to be the best. And that's what I love about this part of the world. The fighters want to be the best.
Kazakhstan is actually is strengthening its position in world boxing. And what potential do you see for the new generation of Kazakh fighters? And what qualities help them to compete at the top level?
What qualities help them compete at the top level is their basic skills of boxing. They all have great footwork. They all have great punching skills. They do a lot of beautiful things that other people don't do anymore. If you look at the Cuban fighters now, their footwork is not the same as it used to be. Kazakh footwork is more disciplined. Kazakh and Uzbekistan are two of the top levels as far as footwork and boxing skill go. They still have good IQs and basics. The basics, I think, are what keep Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan and Russia grounded, because they all have great basics. When you lose the basics, you go down. Their basics has causing them to rise now. That's why you got people like Janibek, who's world champion now. You know what I mean? You got a lot of great fighters coming out of Kazakhstan becoming professionals. Now, what I would like to do is create a situation to where I could now come bring streaming to Kazakhstan and start doing pro fights in Kazakhstan. The Triple G's, the Janibeks, they should be able to box here as world champions. Not always be forced to go abroad. You understand me? And that's what I want to try to do.
Is that your main projects right now?
Well, that's one of my main projects, yes. Because this is what you got to understand about Roy Jones Jr. I don't live for foolishness. I live for boxing. I love boxing. God bless me through boxing. So my life is to try to always keep boxing on the uprise. So right now I'm trying my best to put boxing back on the uprise. If I get the right people and the right investors to come in and join my fight, we take boxing back to where it used to be. Because for me too, like even people like Serdik Sapiev, great Olympic guy, won the Val Barker Cup. But because pro boxing was not big in Kazakhstan at the time, he stopped. But we could have saw a lot of great things from Serdik had he turned professional. But they would have did it all in the US, not here. And he wanted to be here with his people. So now we should bring boxing here so guys in the future that are like Serdik Sapiev can build a pro boxing career right here in Kazakhstan.
And talking about Janibek Alimkhanuly, what do you think is the situation is gonna turn up with his?
Well, you got to understand like this. He's not the first one to have a mistake happen. Happened to Canelo. Happened to me once. Happened to a lot of people. If it's innocent, it won't happen again. You understand me? So if he made a mistake, took something wrong, or Canelo said it was beef, once I think I took something called Rip Fuel. Back in the day, it was a new product came out. Took it, they said, oh, it failed the test. So for him, I don't know what the product, what it actually was, but whatever it was, I'm sure he understands now that he can't do it again. And as long as he don't do it again, he'll be fine. Canelo, same thing. So he's not the first, and he definitely won't be the last.
You continue work in coaching, promotion, and community programs. As you said, your current projects includes Kazakhstan, the connection between countries, and how do you reflect your vision of future boxing right now?
My future vision is if I can get the right backing to help push the projects, I want to be able to take my own platform and take boxing all around the world. So I can do fights from Kazakhstan. I can do fights from Abu Dhabi. I can do fights from Dubai. I can do fights from Africa. I can do fights from anywhere in the world I want to do them from, and still have the exposure that people can watch. And people can see these young people, young fighters, as they rise up. So if you create a situation that allows you to watch these guys as they rise, even from the amateurs as they rise, now we know who they are. Now when they start to rise, they get more publicity because the whole world has seen them on the platform.
Yes.
So now you can relate to them because you watch them as they grow. Boxing don't have that anymore. All of a sudden, guy pop up, who is this guy? Oh, we don't know him. Guy pop up, who is this guy? We don't know him. You understand where I'm coming from? Same with Usyk. Usyk pop up, who's Usyk? He beat a lot of the guys, but who is he? Not many people know because it's just, to them, he just popped up. You understand me? But if you know, if you're into boxing, you know him coming from a long time ago. You saw him coming up. But if you're not into boxing, because of the way that boxing is portrayed now, you would not know that because there's no media or no way to let you see him as he's growing up. And we have to change that. That's what I'm trying to do. So if I get the right people to invest to help me with that journey, then we'll change that around so that now there'll be pro boxing nights from Kazakhstan. There'll be pro boxing nights from Moscow, from Russia. There'll be pro boxing nights from Uzbekistan. We can do pro boxing nights from wherever we want to do it at. Now the whole world can see. Now the whole world knows these guys as they're coming up.
And it's very great to hear that you're starting your future projects right here in Kazakhstan.
Of course.
It's very inspiring.
Of course.
And we appreciate that very much. And in conclusion of our interview, would you like to add something that we maybe haven't covered yet?
No, I just want to say that, Kazakhstan has been known over the years for having some really great fighters. Now to give them a chance to grow from grassroots up in boxing is a beautiful thing for me. I think you couldn't start with a better country because of the foundation that the Kazakh schools teach. You understand me? So I'm glad to be a part of it. I can't wait to get going, and I wouldn't want to be in a different place. I love it here in Kazakhstan because Kazakhstan loves me.
Yes.